Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who refuse to compromise on discipline, who show up every single day even when motivation fades. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievements, the invisible force that separates the dreamers from the doers. Most people talk about wanting success, but they overlook the consistent effort required to reach it. Being unstoppable means understanding that discipline is not just a habit, it is a lifestyle. It's waking up early when your body craves sleep, pushing through the exhaustion that tells you to quit, and choosing progress over comfort at every turn. Discipline transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Every small, consistent effort compounds into massive outcomes over time. When you commit to discipline, you learn to embrace routines that others see as tedious or repetitive. While others binge watch or scroll endlessly on social media, you invest in yourself. You train your body, sharpen your mind, and strengthen your character. Discipline teaches patience, and patience teaches resilience. When life challenges you with setbacks, it's your disciplined habits that carry you forward. Success is rarely a result of a single moment of brilliance. It's the accumulation of countless disciplined actions, day in and day out. Being disciplined is also about mastering your mind. Every time doubt creeps in, every time fear whispers that you're not enough, discipline is the voice that says, keep going. It is self-control in its purest form. The ability to say no to short-term pleasure in favor of long-term gain. This might mean resisting junk food to fuel your body better, dedicating extra hours to studying while others play, or pushing through an intense workout even when your muscles scream. The more you practice discipline, the less you rely on fleeting motivation, because discipline builds internal consistency that doesn't waver based on mood or circumstance. Discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. The more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your life. It allows you to create the future you want rather than being at the mercy of habits, impulses, or distractions. When you act with discipline, you become unstoppable because nothing external can derail your progress. Challenges, failures, and obstacles no longer hold power over you. They become opportunities to strengthen your routine, to test your limits, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. To cultivate discipline, start by setting clear priorities and committing to them without exception. Plan your day with intention, eliminate distractions, and hold yourself accountable. Understand that every successful person, from elite athletes to top students, has mastered the art of doing what needs to be done, consistently, regardless of how they feel in the moment. The path to greatness is built on repetition, on showing up when it's hard, and on refusing to settle for mediocrity. Each disciplined action is a vote for your future self, a statement that you refuse to be average, that you are willing to pay the price for the success you desire. Over time, discipline becomes second nature. It becomes a part of your identity. You no longer think of it as a struggle, it simply is who you are. People notice the difference in your consistency, your focus, and your results. You begin to inspire others not by words, but by the sheer example of your relentless dedication. Being unstoppable starts with this mindset, recognizing that every action, every choice, and every sacrifice adds up to the person you are becoming. Discipline is your superpower, your foundation, and your weapon in the pursuit of success. With it, there is no obstacle too big, no setback too strong, and no dream too distant. Every obstacle, every challenge, every moment of pain is not meant to break you. It is meant to build you. Life will always throw difficulties in your path, but it is your response to these struggles that determines whether you remain ordinary or become unstoppable. Struggles are not signs of failure, they are opportunities for growth. The people who achieve greatness are not those who avoid pain, but those who learn to harness it, to transform it into fuel for their ambitions. Pain and adversity are universal, they touch everyone, but your ability to use them as stepping stones sets you apart. When you face a setback, you have two choices. Let it defeat you or let it strengthen you. The moment you decide to turn pain into power, you reclaim control of your life. Every failure, every disappointment, every moment of self-doubt contains a lesson waiting to be discovered. Instead of resisting discomfort, embrace it. Lean into it. Feel the burn of your limits and let it push you beyond them. Pain becomes a teacher, and those who learn from it gain resilience, mental toughness, and an unshakable belief in their own potential. Struggles in life, whether in the gym, in studies, or in personal growth, are tests of endurance and commitment. When your muscles ache after an intense workout, it is a reminder that progress is happening. When you feel exhausted from studying late into the night, it is evidence that knowledge and mastery are being forged. When life throws setbacks that seem impossible to overcome, it is preparing you for the strength and wisdom required to handle greater challenges. Struggles are the forge where the strongest versions of ourselves are created. The key to harnessing pain is perspective. Pain is temporary, but the lessons you gain from it can last a lifetime. Instead of cursing the hardships, see them as opportunities to rise higher. Every struggle you endure adds layers to your character, sharpens your focus, and strengthens your determination. Those who fear failure or avoid challenges remain stagnant, trapped in mediocrity, while those who face pain head-on become unstoppable forces capable of achieving extraordinary feats. It is also important to recognize that you are stronger than you think. The human mind and body have remarkable capacity to endure, adapt, and overcome. Every time you confront adversity, you prove to yourself that your limits are only what you perceive them to be. By pushing through pain, you cultivate resilience, perseverance, and an inner fire that cannot be extinguished by external circumstances. The stronger your mindset, the less likely you are to be derailed by challenges, and the more unstoppable you become. Transforming struggles into strength requires intentional action. Reflect on your challenges, analyze your mistakes, and extract the lessons hidden within each experience. Then, use these insights to improve, grow, and move forward. Success is not about avoiding failure, it is about learning from it, evolving and returning stronger every time. Life's toughest moments are not punishments, they are opportunities to uncover your true potential and redefine what is possible for you. When you embrace the struggle, rather than resist it, you develop confidence that cannot be shaken. You begin to see obstacles as mere stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your goals. The pain you experience becomes a badge of honor, proof that you refuse to quit, proof that you chose to grow rather than give in. Those who are unstoppable do not have fewer struggles. They simply know how to turn those struggles into strength, using every setback as a setup for their comeback. Ultimately, the key to success is not avoiding pain, but learning to thrive in it. Struggle is inevitable, strength is optional, and it is forged in the moments when you refuse to give up. Pain becomes power when you embrace it, learn from it, and use it to drive relentless progress. Those who master this skill become unstoppable, because no challenge is too great, no obstacle too high, and no hardship too severe to derail their pursuit of greatness. Success is rarely a product of talent alone. It is forged in the relentless pursuit of your goals, in the unwavering commitment to your grind. While many dream of achieving greatness, only a few are willing to put in the work that no one sees. Outworking everyone isn't about being the strongest or the smartest. It's about showing up consistently, pushing harder when others quit, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. The grind is where transformation happens. It is where your efforts compound, where discipline meets determination, and where your potential becomes reality. Focusing on your grind means prioritizing action over excuses. It's easy to talk about goals, but few are willing to sacrifice comfort and convenience to reach them. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful lies in their ability to stay committed to the process, even when results are not immediate. Every extra hour you dedicate to your work, every additional rep in the gym, every late-night study session, and every moment you resist distraction adds up. These small, consistent efforts create momentum, and momentum is what separates the unstoppable from the ordinary. Outworking everyone is not just about effort, it's about mindset. It requires believing that your dreams are worth the sacrifice and that every struggle is temporary. You must embrace the discomfort of hard work, knowing that the payoff is not instant, but inevitable if you persist. When fatigue sets in, when motivation wanes, when doubt tries to creep in, the grind becomes your anchor. The work you do when no one is watching defines who you are and determines what you will achieve. Consistency is the backbone of the grind. It's not about occasional bursts of effort, but showing up day after day with purpose and intensity. Every successful person has mastered the art of consistent action. They understand that progress is rarely linear and that setbacks are part of the journey. But those who remain dedicated to the grind push forward regardless, knowing that each step, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goals. Your commitment to the process builds resilience, confidence, and an unstoppable drive that cannot be shaken by temporary obstacles. The grind is also about discipline and focus. In a world full of distractions, those who succeed are the ones who can block out noise and concentrate on what truly matters. Focused effort amplifies results, turning hours into outcomes. It's about prioritizing high-value tasks, eliminating unnecessary activities, and dedicating your energy to actions that directly contribute to your growth. Outworking everyone doesn't mean doing everything. It means doing the right things, relentlessly, without compromise. The mindset of the grind transforms challenges into opportunities. When you dedicate yourself to working harder than anyone else, setbacks become lessons, failures become feedback, and obstacles become stepping stones. You begin to see the value in struggle, understanding that every moment of effort, no matter how difficult, is building the foundation for your success. The grind teaches patience, perseverance, and the understanding that excellence is earned, not given. Ultimately, focusing on your grind is about taking ownership of your life. No one will work as hard for your dreams as you will. Success is not handed to those who wait or complain. It is earned by those who refuse to stop. The more you commit to the process, the stronger you become and the closer you move toward your ultimate potential. The grind is not just a phase, it's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a declaration that you are willing to do what others won't, so you can achieve what others can't. When you fully embrace the grind, you become unstoppable. Nothing can distract you, nothing can deter you, and no obstacle can prevent you from reaching your goals. The path to greatness is paved with sweat, dedication, and relentless effort. By outworking everyone, you set yourself apart, not by luck or talent, but by the sheer force of your commitment. Your grind is your superpower, and those who wield it consistently achieve results that others only dream about. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you achieve. It determines how you interpret challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and ultimately how far you go in life. Success begins in the mind long before it manifests in the gym, in studies, or in any other area of life. Training your mind to win is not a one-time effort. It is a continuous process of strengthening, rewiring, and conditioning your thoughts to align with your goals. A strong mindset allows you to remain focused, resilient, and unstoppable, even when the world seems to be working against you. Every achievement begins with belief. If you do not believe you are capable, you will never reach your full potential. Doubt and fear are natural, but they only have power if you let them. To train your mind to win, you must recognize and challenge negative thoughts, replacing them with confidence, determination, and self-assurance. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. By vividly imagining your goals and seeing yourself succeed, you condition your brain to accept success as inevitable. This mental rehearsal strengthens your confidence and prepares you to act decisively when opportunities arise. A winning mindset also requires embracing challenges rather than avoiding them. Life is full of obstacles, but your attitude toward them determines whether they become barriers or stepping stones. When you view difficulties as opportunities to grow and improve, your mind becomes a source of strength rather than a source of fear. Resilience is built through repeated exposure to challenges and the conscious choice to keep moving forward despite discomfort. The more you train your mind to see adversity as a teacher, the more unstoppable you become in the pursuit of your goals. Discipline of thought is just as important as discipline of action. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, depending on how you cultivate it. It is easy to get distracted, discouraged, or overwhelmed by external circumstances. Training your mind to focus, to stay calm under pressure, and to think clearly in difficult situations is what separates the successful from the average. A disciplined mind allows you to prioritize effectively, resist short-term temptations, and maintain long-term commitment to your vision. Consistency in mental training is key, just as you would train your body regularly. To build strength, endurance, and skill, you must train your mind every day to build resilience, focus, and confidence. Daily practices such as meditation, affirmations, goal setting, and reflection can strengthen your mental muscles. Over time, these practices reshape the way you think, react, and respond to challenges. A strong mindset does not mean you will never face fear or doubt. It means you have the mental tools to overcome them and continue moving forward no matter what. Another critical aspect of a winning mindset is self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and patterns of thought allows you to take control of your mental state. When you recognize negative cycles, you can actively replace them with empowering beliefs and habits. This self-mastery ensures that you remain in command of your thoughts rather than being controlled by them. Mental strength is the ultimate form of freedom because it allows you to stay focused on what truly matters, regardless of external distractions or pressures. The most unstoppable people are those who have cultivated this mental edge. They approach life with a clear purpose, unwavering confidence, and relentless determination. Their mindset enables them to handle stress, recover quickly from setbacks, and maintain momentum even when faced with adversity. Training your mind to win is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about preparing yourself to excel in spite of it. Every thought you nurture, every belief you reinforce, and every challenge you embrace contributes to the unstoppable force you become. By prioritizing your mental development, you lay the groundwork for every other area of success. Physical strength, knowledge, and skills are all amplified by a powerful mindset. When your mind is trained to win, nothing can hold you back. Obstacles become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and fame, allure, becomes a temporary step on the path to greatness. Your mindset is the engine that drives your actions. And when it is strong, unstoppable, success becomes inevitable. Breaking barriers is not just a physical act. It is a mental commitment to refuse limits and redefine what is possible. Too often, people settle for less than they are capable of, accepting comfort over challenge, excuses over effort, and mediocrity over greatness. Being unstoppable means rejecting the idea of limitations and refusing to settle for anything that falls short of your potential. Every promise you make to yourself becomes a sacred contract, a reminder that your growth, your success, and your destiny depend on your commitment to push beyond boundaries. Promises to yourself are powerful, but they require action. When you promise to pursue your goals relentlessly, it is not enough to think about them or speak them aloud. You must act. Discipline, focus, and determination are the tools that turn these promises into reality. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce your belief in yourself. Each time you resist the temptation to quit, you prove that your limits are only what you allow them to be. By consistently honoring your word, you cultivate integrity, self-respect, and unstoppable momentum that propels you forward. Breaking barriers often requires stepping into discomfort. Growth does not happen within the confines of safety or routine. It occurs when you push past fear, exhaustion, and doubt to tackle challenges that seem impossible. Every time you confront what holds you back, you expand your capabilities and raise your personal standards. The process is not easy, but it is necessary. Those who achieve greatness understand that progress is forged in struggle, that discomfort is a sign of growth, and that the only way to become unstoppable is to embrace challenges rather than avoid them. Obstacles are inevitable. They are not permanent. Each challenge presents an opportunity to demonstrate resilience, creativity, perseverance. When you face setbacks, your response determines your trajectory. Accepting obstacles as part of the journey rather than reasons to quit strengthens your resolve and sharpens your focus. Breaking barriers is not about being invincible. It's about refusing to be defeated. It is about using every challenge as a stepping stone to reach higher levels of performance, understanding, and personal achievement. Your mindset plays a critical role in surpassing limits. Belief in your potential allows you to take bold actions and pursue ambitious goals without hesitation. When you adopt the mentality of someone who refuses to settle, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Every barrier becomes a challenge to conquer. Every doubt becomes fuel for determination, and every fear becomes a signal that you are on the verge of growth. Mental strength is what transforms impossible tasks into achievable milestones and dreams into reality. Breaking barriers also requires consistency and persistence. It is not a one-time act of courage. It is a daily commitment to do more, push harder, and refuse excuses. Each small step beyond your comfort zone compounds into significant progress over time. The most successful people are not those who have never faced limits. They are those who have faced them repeatedly and chosen to rise above. Consistent effort transforms obstacles into achievements and builds the unstoppable momentum necessary to reach extraordinary goals. Integrity with yourself is the foundation for breaking barriers. When you honor your promises, follow through on commitments, and hold yourself accountable, you create a sense of personal authority and confidence that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Every action aligned with your goals reinforces the belief that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Self-trust is the fuel that drives unstoppable action, allowing you to continue moving forward even when the path is uncertain or difficult. Ultimately, breaking barriers is a mindset and a lifestyle. It is the refusal to accept limitations, the commitment to personal growth, and the dedication to honoring the promises you make to yourself. It is understanding that every challenge is an opportunity, every struggle is a teacher, and every act of persistence builds unstoppable momentum. Those who refuse to settle, who push past limits and break through obstacles, achieve results that others only dream of. By breaking barriers, you create a life defined not by fear, but by courage, purpose, and relentless progress. Consistency. Consistency is the silent motivation and opportunity. Being unstoppable is not about occasional bursts of effort. It is about showing up day after day, dedicating yourself to your goals regardless of how you feel, what obstacles arise, or how long it takes. The most successful people in every field understand that results are not instant. They are the product of repeated action, patience, and unyielding commitment. Every small effort compounds, building momentum that carries you toward greatness. Consistency requires discipline and structure. It means creating a plan and following it rigorously, even when distractions tempt you to stray from the path. Each workout, study session, or focused work hour is a step forward, a building block in the foundation of your success. Skipping one day may feel insignificant, but over time, it accumulates, undermining progress. Conversely, showing up consists. Intently, even when you don't feel like it, develops resilience, self-control, and confidence. The habit of consistency trains your mind and body to endure, to adapt, and to thrive under pressure. The power of consistency lies in its compounding effect. Just as small deposits grow into substantial wealth over time, consistent effort leads to remarkable results. Every action you take reinforces the belief in your ability to achieve, strengthens your skills, and propels you closer to your objectives. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum is what separates the unstoppable from the ordinary. It is not about perfection, it is about persistence. It is about continuing even when progress seems slow or invisible, because the cumulative effect of your efforts will eventually become undeniable. Consistency also cultivates trust in yourself. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you prove that you are reliable, disciplined, and capable. This self-trust becomes a foundation for taking on bigger challenges, pursuing loftier goals, and pushing beyond perceived limitations. Without consistency, even the greatest plans falter. With it, your actions align with your ambitions, creating unstoppable forward motion that cannot be easily derailed by doubt, setbacks, or distractions. The journey to greatness is rarely smooth, and consistency is what carries you through the difficult moments. Motivation is fleeting, and inspiration is temporary, but consistent effort does not rely on feeling motivated. It relies on commitment, on understanding that success is earned, not given. When you cultivate the habit of consistency, showing up becomes second nature. Even when you are tired, stressed, or uncertain, your routine keeps you moving forward. The power of consistency lies in this unwavering dedication to action, which eventually translates into results far beyond what inconsistent effort could achieve. Consistency is also about focus. It requires prioritizing the tasks and habits that matter most and performing them regularly. It means eliminating distractions, resisting shortcuts, and dedicating your energy to actions that contribute to your growth. Each small, focused action compounds over time, producing results that feel impossible at first, but inevitable in the long run. The discipline of showing up every day, in every circumstance, is what builds mastery, confidence, and unstoppable momentum. Ultimately, consistency is what transforms potential into achievement. Talent may open doors and opportunities may present themselves, but it is the person who shows up again and again who walks through those doors and seizes the opportunities. Consistency creates habits. Habits create routines. Routines create results, and results create the life you have envisioned. It is the thread that weaves together effort, discipline, and ambition into a tapestry of unstoppable success. By committing to consistent action, you become unstoppable. Obstacles, failures, and setbacks no longer define you, because each day of dedicated effort strengthens your resolve and accelerates your progress. Consistency ensures that your goals are not just dreams, but achievable realities. It is the quiet, persistent force that builds greatness, shapes character, and transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. With consistency, nothing is impossible and everything becomes attainable.